I'm from the amétiq AG in Switzerland. So, to give you a short introduction, the amétiq is a manufacturer of medical practice management software in Switzerland. In this area, you got the high expectation in terms of data privacy and data protection in the doctor's office. But from our experience, it's more or less like in a bigger doctor's office. They're working usually 1, 2, 3 MPRs, so doctor's assistants and the doctor, and they have to do also other tasks. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and in a perfect world, they should log out from the system that they have access to the patient's data and stuff. But in the reality, it's not like that. They are leaving the workstation, or the relogin process is for them a trigger in the daily business. So in many doctors' offices, it's like that. They sharing one user account for all the users. And that's a bad thing, because it's important for the comprehensibility that you can see in the system who was logged in. Let's say, if the doctor's assistants give away some medication, you want to know who gave away this medication. To make it simpler to log into the system, the idea of amétiq was to implement a Face ID. If you heard this term anywhere else, don't trust them. So a one-click solution. The user is going to recognize as soon as he comes close to the workstation by his face, and at that moment the system recognizes the user. The login data gets filled up into the login field, and the user has just to do the login, has just to click the login button to get into the system. We realized that as an external Omnis component, by using the Wesel Face SDK, it's an SDK which basically implements all the face recognition stuff, in addition to that, we implemented a credential store. We stored the recognized faces together with the user data, and then you can use the Face ID like an external component in Omnis. It's just in the external component store in Omnis or in Omnis Studio. Yeah, as I said before, we're using the component SDK. The Wesel Face SDK, and the implementation was basically done in C, C++, and Xcode. There's a short impression about Xcode. I don't know if so. Yeah.
Larger.
Nobody can read it, right? Doesn't matter. I think we can go over to the demo. So I will start our CMET application. Takes a little while. Okay, there it is, and you can see about with the yellow rectangle, the system recognizes me, but I'm not logged into the system before. So the rectangle is yellow. I have to enter once my user credentials. Yeah. So now I'm going to be logged in. And at the same time, the credentials and my face going to be stored in the credentials store. And now if I'm going to log out and re-log in again, you will see the green rectangle. I'm recognized by the system. As soon as I leave the picture, the login data is cleared. And then I come back to into the picture, so the user credentials should be filled up.
Fantastic.
And did you try to use an image just to fake a face?
Yeah.
I think this works.
I think that too.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter the 3D markers. Maybe there could be some improvement, but that improvement has to be done in the Luxent SDK. And on the other hand, I think it's more secure than putting the password downside to your keyboard, something like that, or sharing a user account.
But a halfway could be that you only get your username entered and you have
to enter the password, right? Or obviously, like with the new MacBook Pro, you could also use the fingerprint sensor or something like that. So this is, we will see how it's used in reality, if they use the feature or not.
So I think it's a great thing, but I don't suggest that you should use it in a security aware environment. So often we have situations where it's not necessary to have this for security reasons, but just to identify who is working on it, just for setting some presets or configuration parameters. So if I change the station and I'm working on something, then my personal settings are automatically used. So this might be a solution. This is not a security issue.
That's maybe another good idea, that you can recognize if a user logged in. Is it the user who is logged in, and otherwise maybe lock the station or just ask, hey, if you're really the user, you are logged in. Yeah, there are possibilities.
And another option could also be that when you log in, you'll get a photo taken and then it's stored into the log. So you have pictures for all the logins that, well.
Yeah, that's true. But I think there's a very high potential of
misusing the pictures.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is
if you were naked, for example,
pajamas.
So what you're saying is that with this library you could not comply to the new privacy law?
I don't think so, no. Because of it's too easy to fake a face, and because of this, this is not safe. Yeah? You don't have the 3D recognition like Apple with the Face ID. True Face ID is aware of the three-dimensional image, and you cannot fake this. Yeah? So I believe it's not usable for this kind of thing. Maybe as an addition, like as I said, a preset, or maybe in a situation where you also have to identify. For instance, let's say your face is recognized, the name is already entered, and you only have to provide a password then. So you save time because you don't have to provide your name. Maybe.
That's the advantage of Switzerland. We have nothing to do with this. Yeah, we summarized up some lessons learned, and I have to say it was not me who implemented this. It's done by my colleague. So don't shoot me. I'm just a messenger. But he felt that he had a very steep learning curve about the EastComp API. He said there are just a few real examples around, but not that many. And his suggestion would be that we put these external components like on a place like GitHub or a Git server for Omnis, so everyone can access. And we would spend our library to put it on a GitHub server or on a public server, wherever. So,
but the library from Luxem, or
that's true. You have to buy the license. Yeah, you have to. There's a developer license. You have to reactivate them. I think every 4 weeks. But if you want to use it productive, you have to. You need to buy a license from Luxem. Yeah. At the moment, it's only 06. I think Windows will follow this year, so let's see. Maybe next time I will present you the Windows part of the Face ID. Then in the end, I think you have that also in your documents, the two links to the Luxem library and also the link to the Omnis SDK. Yeah, that's it. That's the part from the Face ID.
Thank you very much.